I will tell you, it's an interesting time in your life when you're a straight man and you're out there in Nashville and you're just like, man, that's a good looking dude. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go walk up to him and be like, hey man, have you ever thought about male entertainment dancing?
Yeah. Today we're going to be talking to Adam, who's the CEO and owner of Music City Gents. This is a male review show, and it's nothing to laugh at. This man has gone from living in his garage to building this business to doing over 7 figures a year. It's an awesome story, and I can't wait for you to come check it out. Adam, great to be here.
Absolutely, appreciate it.
Tell me the origin story of why you started Music City Gents.
It's 2015. Magic Mike XXL was being filmed in Savannah, Georgia. And I showed up to be as a backup dancer. And I met the crew of LeBaire Dallas, and I met the owner. He invited me out. I flew out.
What is LeBaire Dallas?
Channing Tatum was discovered in a LeBaire club.
Okay.
Okay, so the story of Magic Mike is based off the club LeBaire. So that club, there's 3 of them, and they invited me out to Dallas to dance. I saw the scene in Nashville, and I said, why can't we do this here?
No way.
Yeah.
So Channing Tatum is like, you know, a symbol, Magic Mike, big movie, all of that stuff. Like, what is your perspective? Like, did you draw inspiration from Channing Tatum and his success, or just like the show that made him successful?
At that time, Magic Mike 1 had already come out. This is number 2, right? So I think what people saw in the industry is that male entertainment, for whatever reason over decades, has had a negative connotation, I believe. And I think when we saw Magic Mike come out, and then the show created in Vegas, et cetera, the way people perceived male entertainment started to change, and started to be more understood that this is an entertainment show, as like any show in Vegas, and anyone can attend, have a great time.
Right.
Are the guys going to take their shirt off? Yeah, probably. But it's still a great show that can be added with all kinds of different entertainment.
Right.
And so that was kind of where I saw the change in the industry and kind of the, you know, just people's perceivement of it, and decided, why not ride the wave?
When you're saying people are comfortable with this form of entertainment?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
and that
absolutely.
was a growing trend. You're like, people are comfortable with this. I'm seeing a ton of women go to this show, maybe men and women, and I want to do this.
100%.
Okay.
And Nashville had the need.
Right.
We didn't have it.
Right.
And Nashville was Bachelorette #1 for years. And you're looking around, looking at, okay, we've got a bar scene, we've got party buses and, you know, brunch spots. What other entertainment is there outside of country music?
Right.
And I decided, you know what, Nashville needs to be a live entertainment, you know, city.
Right.
There's no shows here.
Right.
Why? If we're called Nash Vegas, but we don't actually have the Vegas
true.
part.
That's true.
We don't have the shows, so why not create a show?
Right.
The people are here, create the show, and they will come, right?
Right.
That's what we did.
Okay. So tell us about creating the show.
You know, at the very beginning, I took everything what I knew from, like, you know, what we've seen in Magic Mike or what I saw in LeBaire Dallas, and kind of got with the choreographer and created our own stuff. But then all that was easy, right, per se, right? And I never built a business before.
Right. I was going to ask if you have business experience too. You knew this category or this industry well.
Nothing of business. I learned off YouTube.
And now you're a big data guy.
Yeah, for real. The part of building the business was easier than finding the guys. I was like, how do I do this? Do I like get with the Gems and ask, can I post up a flyer? Like, well, how do you do this?
Yeah. How do you find it?
I will tell you, it's an interesting time in your life when you're a straight man and you're out there in Nashville and you're just like, man, that's a good looking dude. I'm gonna go walk up to him and be like, hey man, have you ever thought about male entertainment dancing?
Yeah.
And that's what I started doing. I just started out at the bar, walk up to random guys. Hey man, I hate if this sounds weird, but look, I'm starting a male entertainment show. You're a good-looking dude. You ever thought about dancing? And the reactions were like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But honestly, this is how it truly started. This is the real true story, which is hilarious, is that the first guy was at a bar event here in Nashville. It was this Savage Bingo or whatever, and he lost this piece in the bingo, and he had to conduct a male entertainment, male review, like Magic Mike dance. And one of my girlfriends at the time, she knew I was starting this company, and she sends me this video of him dancing. And I was like, holy shit, he knows what he's doing.
Like, I need that
Go
guy.
find him right now and get his number.
Yeah.
And so it's hilarious because he was with me for 5 years and he would always tell the story that he did that dance. He was like, hell yeah. And then this girl comes up to him and was like, I need your number. And he was like, hell yeah.
Oh my God.
And then she goes, yeah, it's for my buddy. And he was like, what? What do you mean it's for your buddy? It's for my buddy. I thought you wanted my number.
Right.
No, it's for my buddy. He's starting a male entertainment show and he's just so
That
confused.
was a smart approach.
It was. So I started telling every girl I know, find me good-looking dudes. But honestly, once I found him and I was like, yeah, man, would you like to do this? He was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's make money.
Yeah.
They found each other,
Yeah.
which is kind of the coolest part of the story because, from then, those gents that I found in year one have never left.
Really?
And they're still part of the team to this day.
What's the time span?
7 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will tell you.
Now, do they have jobs aside from this, or are they doing this?
They used to.
No way. They've quit their jobs and taken this on.
Yep. In
That's
the last
amazing.
2 years, this has been their full-time jobs.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Like, walk me through the actual infrastructure beyond the Gents, the showtime,
Sure.
and the venue and all of that stuff.
Let's back way up, right? So first of all, COVID came, okay? And we had to, right before COVID, I was sitting at a table at Hard Rock Cafe, downtown Nashville, with a contract in front of me at the table, while at the same time Magic Mike was in Hard Rock in Vegas. And I was like, holy shit. Imagine 3 CEOs sitting around a table going, hey, how's Magic Mike in Vegas? Oh, killing it. How's Music City Gents in Nashville? Like, what the hell? And COVID hit, and we sat at that table, and we both went, I don't know. I don't know what we do here. Because there was a lot that each person was going to commit to financially and stuff, and we didn't want to be in a position of a contractual agreement that we didn't know what was going to happen. So that was kind of a very huge, just exciting part and a huge letdown. You wouldn't believe it, but I found a space that's within 1.5 miles of Broadway, and the address is a number that you will never forget, 69 Trimble Street.
Amazing.
And I didn't know it when I showed up, actually.
You're like, this is too good to be true.
I swear, I went through the whole building. We got out to the front, and I go, is that 69? And the agent was like, yeah. I was like, where's the paperwork? I'm signing right now.
You put your stake in the ground. You're like, this business is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Here we are.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Because the best part about having your own building, you can do whatever you want. So
What are you thinking?
Well, look, if you go to our website right now, you'll see a guy spinning fire, okay, on stage. It's awesome. It's so cool. And the best part of Music City Gents is that when you're at the show, this isn't a Vegas show. You're not in a chair 100 feet away. You are in the show. You are part of it. If you look at the reviews, people say all the time, man, I felt part of the show. It's immersive. When you're in that front row, you feel that heat from the fire, and it's awesome, right? And then we have a ladder that we want to
I'd be a little scared.
Yeah, here's the best part. The DJ host gets on and goes, ladies, if you're in the front row and you got hairspray or anything, please do not approach the stage.
No way.
If you have dollar bills, throw them, but do not come to the stage. It's pretty significant event. So we got that. We're adding in, I've done the research that I'm looking at adding a zip line to the ceiling so we can zip line from one side of the room to the other.
No.
I want to go next level. We have our own building. We can't not go next level when you're Nash Vegas.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be just a show.
Yeah.
I want to be everything that's more than just a show.
Yeah.
Like, I can show guys dancing on stage all day.
Yeah.
But what made you leave that show and go, holy shit,
Yeah.
I've got to go again, or I've got to tell my friends absolutely. So that's where we're heading.
That's amazing. It's so unique. A lot of the things that we see in the reviews are about people saying, like, this is the best thing we did while in Nashville, right? Like, it's so memorable, and you're about to make it even more so.
You know the coolest things about that comment when you read that, at least from the business owner perspective, is that you go, and this is how I'd pump up the guys in year one. Guys, you have to understand that 99% of these people come to the show right now, this is the one weekend in their whole entire life that they're going to party their ass off with their best friends and for this wedding.
Yeah.
Take that when you go take that to your mindset when you go to the stage. That every time you perform, it must be at the maximum top, best potential that you could ever give, because that's who's in your room right now. And that sets the precedence.
Right.
When you start to think about that, you're like, holy shit, I just missed that move. I can't miss that again. I got to fix that.
Right.
That's the level of quality we want to bring every time.
And from our perspective at Batch, that ensuring or knowing that we have that quality for the parties that are going to Nashville is an amazing thing. It's like a sense of security where we're like, we know you guys are going to have a great time. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, I appreciate
when we see
the confidence.
bookings come through, we're like, great, this is awesome. They're going to have an
appreciate that.
amazing time. Right now, it looks like 38,000 parties that are using Batch are going to Nashville.
Okay.
So you have to figure out how to get all of them, no matter what they're doing on their weekend, to go to your show.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready for them.
Yeah. Because you do serious.
Are they ready for it?
Yeah, you've built a great business, and we've seen amazing numbers in terms of traffic and bookings and ratings and reviews, and the content is, I was talking to you about the TikTok content prior to the show. It's unbelievable. So I'm just excited, to further tell the story. You were an OG partner to Batch, and now again, like one of the top partners in our marketplace in Nashville, built an incredible business. Let's talk about things you like and you don't like, or you want us to improve on Batch. Like, what do you want us to work through over the next 12 months, and what have you kind of liked thus far working with Batch?
Going back, it was a great opportunity, first off, to just, it was like I was riding this wave of hype to start a business, and then you came along, and Batch came along and was like, check this out. And I was like, hell yeah, let's duel these efforts and see what we can do. So really, from the beginning, it helped me get a launch. It helped me get people in the seats from the beginning. When, the piece to note here is that this business has been built for 7 years without a $0 in marketing. I pounded the streets. If I told you
is that true? Like nothing on Google or? Are you serious?
Dead serious. I never spent $1 in marketing. I just hit the streets, and I would literally sell tickets right on spot. I'd have the flyers. I handed the girls.
Just hustling.
I became not only a hustler, but a very good sales guy.
Right.
I'd be like, ladies, could you think of anything better for your weekend, for your bachelorette, for the one time you're going to be here? And they're like, no. I'm like, then let's get tickets. Let's go. And they're like, yeah, let's do it.
Right.
Done. Sold them right there. I'll never forget the one weekend. It was like the first month. I went from 3 tickets online to 137 by hitting the streets in 2 days.
No.
It was the best I ever did. It was unbelievable. But the greatest thing is when you find these bachelorettes, you got the average bachelorette, at least for us, is 8. So if I could find 8 to 10, I just find 8 of those. I've got 70, 60, 80, 90 people, right?
Yep. That's how a good amount of the businesses that have been very successful on Batch have started. Like, we have a bar crawl business we're talking to this week too. Same thing. He ran bar crawls in Vegas. He took the idea to Nashville, and he's like, okay, I'm taking the hand-to-hand combat to the next level, and I'm doing it for my own business this time.
Yeah.
As
Batch started to grow, as in getting the content out there on the social media platforms, that allowed us to kind of expand our brand awareness, which is what we really needed at the time. It's just people know we're here.
Yeah, you just want horsepower.
As Batch kind of expanded and grew, it did a few things for us. Number one is it kind of let us dial in on price points, right? So we were able to kind of understand what is the demographic looking to spend on an activity of ours. And then when Batch kind of shifted outside of bachelorettes, that opened up where a lot of our market is, which is just a girls' night out. We've had 70th birthday parties.
Yeah.
Anything. And that's the thing. We want to be agnostic to anybody. Our show, anybody's welcome, right? Anybody. And that's where kind of Batch allowed us to expand that market to where most people are finding us are looking for us, right? Bachelorette parties. But we wanted to hit the people who are not necessarily looking for us, but absolutely want to go. That's where Batch came in.
Right. And as for what's next for us, I'm thinking about things that we're working on or building that we can take the partnership to the next level that we're catching up about. Data and insights. So we basically, as we said, there are a lot of parties that use our app and go to Nashville, and beyond just looking at bookings and page views and all that, the next thing that we're working on is giving you visibility into when you're planning your party. You want to see what people are talking about in the chat about your experience. You want to see where you fit in on their itinerary. You want to see how far in advance they start booking your experiences, and that helps. And we want that to help you grow your business.
Right.
As you said, FAQs, pricing the right way, when to start marketing towards people. So yeah, that's the next level that we want to implement.
I would say year 4 is probably when I really started to understand that business is all numbers in every regard and all the metrics. And so I started to have a shift on where Batch could play a role in the metrics, in understanding the metrics of my customer, what they're willing to spend, when are they going to be purchasing, because it's going to drive marketing, right? And at the end of the day, if you make money, I make money, we win-win, and I'm cool with that.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do is when I go to the metrics, I want to understand the customer of when are they looking at booking my activity so we can market to them. What is it they're looking for, again, so we can market. But then what it all plays into is what actually Batch helped with too at the beginning is actually a shift in the brand. We started to understand a little bit more on what is our customer looking for outside of an activity. We always wanted to be something uniquely different, as in everything, right?
Right.
However, it allowed us to understand what our customer was looking for in the sense that, you know, when it comes to the cowboy thing, they wanted a little bit of it, right? And they love that. But they also love when you come out in a suit and a tie. They love when you come out, you know, in a wholly different outfit they weren't expecting. Because at the end of the day, there are girls in there that love the idea of a cowboy, but there are girls that love the idea of a man in a suit and a tie.
You gotta try a bunch of different outfits.
Or they love this. Or they love Hispanic,
make it work for everybody.
Latin music or whatever. So we wanted to be everything because at the end of the day, we wanted to make sure that every customer in that room had a connection to the music, to the choreography, to the show, versus like, well, I'm in Nashville, so I guess I got to be everything country and cowboy. When we know not everyone coming to Nashville loves country and cowboy. And that's where Batch kind of helped us understand what our brand needed to shift a little bit to and kind of maneuver that to be, you know, kind of fits the criteria for everyone that could come to our show.
I mean, you're building a dream experience because like people use our app and go on a trip in the first place because they want to forget about reality and just be like, I'm with my best friends, I'm spending money and time to do something. I want it to be unforgettable. And you're hitting on it by just being like, you're like using it as a testing grounds to figure out what works for everybody with these different like costumes that people might dress up in. I'm really happy that we can be a marketing partner to you. I'm excited to relate that back to the data and insights play that we're working on over the next couple months. You have an amazing story, so I'm glad we told it. I think it's going to be valuable to a lot of entrepreneurs or people that want to become entrepreneurs, again, which is the whole point of why we started the show. So I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again for letting me be part of it.
Adam/Landon, thanks for having me.